Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Marjorie Taylor Greene. What's up with her lately, fam? Yeah, man, she's been acting a bit strange. Strange as in kind of acting normal? Yeah, she's been actually talking like she has some sense as of late. She went after Trump. Yeah, man, she went after Trump. She went after the Republicans. She do not like the House representation as it is, but she's still a Republican. She just wants her party to do better. Very interesting, very interesting. She went on The View today and expressed herself. Yeah, yeah. Here's an article from yahoo.com. Rogue MAGA rep Marjorie Taylor Greene poured gasoline on her escalating war with House Republican leadership as she announced on Thursday that she would spend Election Day morning on The View. Co-host Whoopi Goldberg announced that Greene would join the ABC daytime talk show on Tuesday, Election Day, in several states, which led to applause from the mostly liberal-leaning studio audience. This comes as Greene has increasingly opposed the Republican approach to ending the government shutdown, which is approaching the 1 month mark. I don't know how many things we agree on, Goldberg said, but I know the one thing she and I and all of us at this table agree on is that this should not be affecting the American people. Let's stop right there, fam. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. This should not be affecting the American people, but it is. And these people who we pay our tax dollars to represent us don't really seem to give a damn. Let me rephrase that. They don't give a damn. Because a pair of lips will say anything, but action speaks louder than words. And if we watch their actions, they really do not care about whether people eat or not. What are the biggest issues in this election? The economy. People are hurting financially. So a lot of people can't afford groceries. Every time I get into the comments and I'm reading things about the economy, the biggest thing is people talking about how these food prices are skyrocketing. I've heard people talk about how the price of certain items have tripled or quadrupled over the last year. That is insane. But yet, they'll make a pretty speech, get us all pumped up, and the next thing you know, we give them a pass. And don't let them say our name or take a little quick picture. Oh, we really gonna be riding then. Let's take a look at Virginia's gubernatorial election, where the Democrats brought it to the House against the Republicans. Abigail Spanberger whooped Winsome Earl Sears 55-45, beat her by over 200,000 votes. She has no chance. The race is effectively over. There's two more serious races that hangs in the balance. That is the one for New York City mayor and New Jersey gubernatorial election. And there's another election proposition in California, Proposition 50, where the voters are being asked to whether or not they want to add 4 seats that will give the Democrats an overwhelming majority in California. Now, here's the thing, fam. All of these politicians are going to be okay. All of them are going to be okay. Most of them really aren't concerned about the people who they represent. You see, when you are a politician, if you hold a seat, if you win an election and you hold a seat, let's say in your district or whatever region that you covered, let's say there's 1 million people that you represent in your area, right? Let's say you represent 1 million people. Out of that 1 million people, only 55%, 51% voted for you. Just because the other 49% didn't vote for you does not mean you don't represent them also. You still represent them because the decisions you make affects them also. But what has happened here lately is Trump has clearly said, if you are a Democrat, I am going to withhold funds. If you have Democratic representation, I am going to withhold funds. I'll give you the minimum required, but you get nothing else from me. This is what he said. This is the president of the United States telling people in certain states, certain cities, if your representative don't change his tune or y'all don't vote for the guy that I'm rocking with, I am going to limit your access to resources. Isn't that against the Constitution? Furthermore, he's telling mayors and governors, if they don't act right, he is going to withhold funds. What he's doing is he's leveraging the White House, he's leveraging the Oval Office, and he's weaponizing the courts. He's weaponizing law enforcement, he's weaponizing the military, he's weaponizing the Supreme Court. Let's get back to Marjorie, because her constituents got some problems with her. MAGA ain't happy right now. I checked out her Instagram, and some of her supporters are just going crazy. There are some people that are jumping on her bandwagon because of how she performed on The View today. I do believe it was a performance, nothing more. But somehow she tricked them. One person said, I watched you on The View in the past. I have been the first to criticize and demean you. I apologize. The person I saw today impressed me very much. Well done. Another person said, the version of MTG we saw on The View is much more pleasant and can actually hear your ideas. I can actually hear your ideas. I really wish you'd resort to keeping this version of MTG. And another person just put question marks and exclamation marks. The View. Another person said, so you threw your supporters under the bus, really? Also, I'm getting paid $0 to call you out for Judas behavior. How disappointing. Can you truthfully explain why your network went from 700,000 when you took office to over 12 million today? Anna Luna is right. We the people deserve better. Somebody's accusing her of enriching herself, using her power to enrich herself. Her net worth went from 700,000 to 12 million today. Let's see. When did she take office? So just 4 years ago, just 4 years ago. So what do you mean? Questioning her about going from 700,000 to 12 million. That's why they serve, so they can serve themselves. They're serving themselves, not you. Your network didn't go from 700,000 to 12 million, or probably didn't go from 50,000 to 500,000 in 4 years. Why else would some of these people that have that kind of money choose these little low-paying jobs? Because those little low-paying jobs carry plenty of weight. Someone else said, "This is the weakest I've ever seen you." Scratching my head. Get ready to lose a lot of support. Get ready to lose a lot of support. Another person said, why you would be pleasant to those women is beyond me. You basically accepted every lie and criticism against Republicans and forgave them for it. Embarrassing at best. Let's see. Somebody else. Okay, so, here's another one. Marjorie Taylor Greene, you dirty, low-down bitch. I can't stand your effing... No, I'm just kidding. But somebody said that. They just didn't put it in the comments. It would not be unbelievable. That's why some of y'all was holding on, because y'all wasn't tripping. Some of y'all didn't even blink, because that's the kind of tone that's out there right now, right? But yeah, they're on her head right now. MAGA is on Marjorie's head, and Trump is going to be on her head because she's on his head right now. I mean, she's on his head. She is gone rogue. So we're going to see how this turns out. This is going to be fun. Get your popcorn. I love it when my enemies destroy my enemies. No more talk.